We constantly react to the world around us through our thoughts and emotions. Think about it. When someone compliments you, you feel happy. But when you hear criticism, that happiness quickly turns into sadness or frustration. And if someone insults you, anger arises almost instantly. It is these thoughts, emotions, and desires that controls how we feel, pulling us out of a state of calmness. As a result, we lose our inner peace and become anxious. But what's the solution? While it may seem like these thoughts, emotions, and desires are what cause us to lose our calmness, that is not entirely true. True calmness does not mean having an empty mind free of thoughts, emotions, and desires. Rather, true calmness means not being attached to the thoughts, emotions, and desires. It is our attachment to them that causes the disturbance. It is the attachment to the mind itself that pulls us away from calmness. You see, the mind is restless. It's a place where endless stream of thoughts and desires constantly flows. These thoughts arise from the experiences the mind gathers through the five senses: what we see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. And as long as we remained attached to these thoughts, emotions, and desires and identify them as I am, we become trapped in trying to satisfy the mind. But the truth is, you cannot satisfy the mind. It is never enough. The more we try to satisfy our mind, the more we get entangled in its thoughts and emotions and fall into misery. So to free ourselves from this mental bondage and find true calmness and relaxation, we need to detach from our desires, thoughts, and emotions. The key to doing this is learning to observe them just as they are, without getting entangled in them. Our greatest friend in this process is our intellect. As Sri Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, those whose intellect is unattached everywhere, who have mastered the mind and are free from desires by the practice of renunciation, attain the highest perfection of freedom from action. So to detach from the mind's activities, we must strengthen our intellect, as only the intellect has the power to guide and control the mind. We must constantly remind ourselves through meditation and self-reflection that I am not the mind. These thoughts, emotions, and desires are not who I am. As you continue to practice this mindset through contemplation and meditation, and develop a deeper understanding of the impermanent nature of thoughts, desires, and emotions, and their impact on your physical and mental health, you will gradually cultivate detachment from the mind. You will learn to observe your thoughts and emotions without identifying them as I am. But again, this is a gradual process. It takes time and patience. The goal is to get better at it step by step. However, don't think that this practice makes us heartless or uncaring. That's not the point. You will still feel emotions. You cannot and should not stop feeling or caring about them. The key is to recognize thoughts and emotions for what they are, just thoughts and emotions. Do not let them control your reactions. Remember, the intellect or buddhi has the power to decide what is right. It can see the bigger picture, but only when it is free from the grip of thoughts, emotions, and desires. If we are entangled in those thoughts, our intellect becomes clouded, and we think and react based on feelings, not on what is right. But when we are detached from the thoughts, emotions, and desires, we will be in a state of lasting calmness.